Hello, fifth graders. Miss Fuad here. Today we are going over our directions for our final project with our regions unit of the United States. You guys have spent the last few weeks learning about the 5 regions of the United States, and now it is time to show what you know. For this project, you're going to choose your favorite region, and you're going to create a brochure to convince your classmates why the region you chose is the best. Using the information you studied in videos, Google Slides, forms, reading materials, and the booklets you have been working on, you're going to create a brochure using the platform Adobe Spark to showcase your work. You may choose from the various templates inside Adobe Spark, but your project must include the following information. You're going to include on this left side, this column on the left side, you're going to be including these different categories. And on the right side over here, you'll be able to see all of the points possible and what exactly you need in each category. So here we're going to have the states. So you're going to list your states in your region. You're going to talk about the different landforms that make up your region. You don't have to describe every single one of them, but you do need to pick at least 2 and describe those. You're going to talk about natural or man-made resources that are found in your region. Again, you're only going to describe 2 or at least 2. You're going to tell us what the climate is like in your region. You're going to tell us the landmarks that you found in your region. You can have as many as you want, but you definitely want to have at least 2 of the landmarks we talked about. You're going to include interesting pictures that might attract visitors and also include interesting facts. By showing your pictures and your interesting facts, you'll be able to show your understanding for the region that you chose. You're going to want to include a map of the region that you chose. And then also we're going to be looking at attractiveness, meaning is your brochure easy to read? So are like the font choices and letter colors easy to see? Is there an overall neat appearance with your brochure? And then, of course, you always want to check for spelling and grammar. Did you use spell check when you were going over your stuff and you were editing your brochure? So I'd like to really quickly show you how to get to Adobe Spark and also what you can do with it. So you have a copy in your assignment of the final project directions. When I want to get to Adobe Spark, I am going to open a new tab and I'm going to get over to my Launchpad. So I'm going to click on rsd.edu bookmarks and click on Launchpad. Once I sign into my Launchpad, I'm going to look for the icon that says Adobe Spark. On my page, it's right here. When I click on Adobe Spark, it's going to let me know that I can get to it with ClassLink. That was a 1-click. So I have an example here. When you choose, you can choose your collage, webpage, slideshow, presentation. You're going to choose from these. You can come over here and view a lot of different templates. I went ahead and started on mine. I chose the West for my region that I think is the best because, you know, West best maybe. So this is loading. As this loads, I am going to check out my brochure that I made for people to see. So here you can see it says, come see the West. And then what I'm going to do, so I can check to make sure that I have everything in my, in the rubric that's listed, I'm going to open these up into 2 tabs. So just to remind everybody of how to do that, if I have this open, and here is my Launchpad and my directions, and I have those. I'm going to come up here to the top tab. I'm going to right-click on it, or on the right side of my trackpad, press on it so that I get this menu opens up right here. I'm going to come over here to Move Tab to a new window. And when I click on that, it becomes its own tab over here. So I'm going to come over here and click on this Restore Down button right here with the 2 squares and make it a little bit smaller. And I'm going to drag this over here. Actually, I'm going to drag it over here to the left. And then I'm going to also on this page, click on this Restore Down to make it smaller. And I'm going to push this over here to my right side, and I'm going to click on my final project directions. So now I'm going to check and see if I have everything I need. So here I have the states. I've listed the states. I have my types of landforms right here. I chose that in the West, we have both mountains and beaches. My natural resources, so I have my resources right here listed, and my climate. The climate is right here. Landmarks, I've got my landmarks over here. My pictures are all over right here. And interesting facts, so showing my understanding. So right here I have my interesting facts that I wanted to share. A map. So I don't have a map. So I know I need to go back and add a map. And then my brochure, is it easy to read? I'm looking, I see that the colors, they don't contrast with each other. Nothing's blocked by anything. For me, I think it looks pretty good. And my spelling and grammar, I don't see any red lines that indicate I've misspelled anything or any blue lines to double check my grammar. But I do know that I need to add a map. So I'm going to come back to this and I'm going to make it large again. And in order for me to add things to my design, Adobe is pretty cool because it allows you to click right into it and you can select different things. Here I could select my color, but I know I'm going to add an image. Oops, get that out of there. So I'm going to click on photo and I'm going to find free photos. So I am going to look up map of the West region and see what comes up. So here I have different choices for my maps that I can use. I could use this one. That looks like it's got a good shot of the West region. So I can do pin to background. That's going to make it large all over the whole brochure. So I am actually just going to click move freely. And what's cool about this is that the map will show up. I can click and drag to make it smaller. I can move it around like this using this circle if I wanted to. I'm actually just going to make it a little bit smaller and I'm going to put it right here in the West. Okay, so I can see my map right there. I've added it. If I wanted to change the color of my text, if I wanted to move it around, it's really handy because you can just click and drag and move things like that. Okay, so that is a very quick tutorial on how to use Adobe Spark. If you want to add text, I just click on this button right here and add text. I can add a photo. I can fool around with the layout of my brochure. I can resize things. They have cool options for animation. So I could choose to have different animation included. So I could click grow and it would make the items on mine grow. I could try the color shuffle, which is kind of cool. So I could do that and it would shuffle the colors while it's loading right here. Really, you can do whatever you like. So see, like that changes the colors with it. You guys get to be creative. We spent all this time gaining this knowledge so that you would be able to just play around with it. You have all kinds of materials that you can use. I'm going to take this one back to none for me. I like mine pretty plain, but that's what you're going to do. And up here, I can write my title, Regions the West. Okay. All right. So you're going to work on this over the next 2 days, creating your own brochure to see which region you think is the best, why you think it's the best, and convincing your classmates of that. So we cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. One more thing I wanted to add about Adobe Spark that's really, really cool, aside from all of these different things that you can do over here. If I do make a mistake, one thing that's really neat, like if let's say I throw some text in here and I'm going to click add text and I want to add a title of map, but I misspell it and it says MPA. So here it says MPA for map, and I realize that oh my goodness, I have misspelled it. I can click undo right up here, and really you can click undo as many times as you want, and it'll move forward and undo. And so if I do make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. I know I can change it. So here I'm going to click on this and I realize, oh my goodness, I misspelled it. So here I can fix it and I'm going to click done. And then I have this word map that I can make smaller and bring it over here, drag it to where my map is, and have that title right there. So again, you can click and drag, move things around as you wish. You can correct any mistakes very easily with just that one click of undo and go from there. Okay. Like I said before, fifth graders, we cannot wait to see what you guys come up with, and we'll see them soon. Thanks, fifth graders.